man, I ain't going to say we got to ring the alarm bells, but we got to start looking for the bell. I ain't going to lie to you. So, I mean, the offensive line, that's one of the worst offensive line performances I've seen since last year. You know, that's just where the state of the offensive line we're at. They're shitty, man. They're just shitty. TFTV here, BWill, got my FanSight for this drubbing that we took from the Cleveland Browns, 27-3, Cleveland over Tennessee. And, man, I ain't going to say we got to ring the alarm bells, but we got to start looking for the bell. I ain't going to lie to you. So, I mean, the offensive line, that's one of the worst offensive line performances I've seen since last year. You know, that's just where the state of the offensive line we're at. They're shitty, man. They're just shitty. Specifically, Dillard. Now, he's going against the best, if not, you know, top 2, top 3 best edge guys in the league. So you got to understand that he's just not cut out for that type of job. To be on an island, let alone be on an island with a guy like Myles Garrett, it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So, you know, with that being said, they started helping him a little bit through the second quarter, but by then it was already too fucking late. You start sending Spears over there to chip him. That helped a little bit towards the end of the second quarter, but it's too late by then. We was already in a hole 13-3. Start out doing that. Line up a tight end on Garrett's side, you know, and chip there. I know he's moving around, but shit, the way he was going against Dillard, I'd rather him go to the other side and try Hubbard out. Pause. You know, it's just he was getting past Dillard at will, and he wasn't doing anything fancy. It wasn't like a spin move or nothing. He was doing a straight rip or a straight bull rush. You know, all day with Dillard. So it's just pathetic, man. The whole offensive line got dominated on the ball. It was just a pathetic performance by the offensive line. And that leads to another pathetic performance by Tannehill. There wasn't much Tannehill could have done running. He was hobbling for his life all game today, and then the couple throws that he was able to set his feet and throw, he fucking missed them. You know, he had a couple good throws on some one-on-ones, the outside one-on-ones that we just threw 50-50 balls, and that was just the state of our offense today. We couldn't get the run going. Tajay couldn't get anything going. Derek couldn't get anything going because we were getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. Cleveland literally blew us off the ball every snap when they lined up defensively. Whether that was Myles Garrett, Zadarius, I think his name's Zadarius Smith on the other side. They just dominated us all the way around. They played like they knew what the play call was going to be before the play was even called. That's what they looked like today. It was just a dominant performance by Cleveland. But we knew it was going to be a dominant performance by Cleveland. You know, we said in the beginning, at least I said in the beginning when we made the prediction way back in the offseason, this is a game I circled that's going to be rough. With the state of the offensive line, how our offensive line was, it was going to be rough. And it turned out to be even worse than I thought it was going to be. That's the bad thing. I knew it was going to be rough, but I didn't think it was going to be that fucking rough. You know what I mean? So it's just a really, really terrible performance by the Titans offensive line, and that led to, you know, snowballing into where it affected the rest of the team. The defense played well starting out in the first half. They played all right. They played pretty decent. You know, Watson's going to be back there playing hero ball. Watson did that. He's done that against us for years, ever since he was with the Texans. He's just going to go back there, play hero ball, move around. You got to hit him and you got to stick with him. You know, you can't miss tackles, miss sacks in the backfield. We had a couple of those. You definitely can't give him free yards on holding penalties and pass interference penalties. Murphy Bunting and Fulton. I think we had 4 penalties that led to first downs, whether those were holdings or a pass interference. You can't have that. You know, one, y'all are on the field all fucking day because the offense ain't moving the ball because the offensive line sucks. 2, you're going to stay on the field even longer when you're committing those penalties. I know some of them were a little sketchy, but still, if you got, like Murphy Bunting, if you got him wrapped around that back judge is going to throw that penalty every time. He doesn't see if you got him, if you grabbing him or not. It don't matter. He just sees you're hugging him. You can't fucking hug guys. You just can't do it. So, you know, I'm sure they're coached not to hug guys, and they just did it. You know, whether that was fatigue or just being outmatched. Cooper, of course, we couldn't guard him. Elijah Moore, he didn't really do much. They tried to involve him a lot, but he didn't really do much. And, you know, at the end of the day, defensively, they just were on the field the whole game. So that's what happens when your offense can't sustain no drives, can't convert third downs. Your defense is going to be on the field all damn day, and by the second half, it's going to taper off. It's the same recipe that we use with Henry. Stay on the field. Used to use with Henry. We don't use that anymore. Stay on the field as much as you can. pound, and have that defense worn out by the second half, and you just do what you want to. We've had that dealt with us the first really 3 games of the season because the Chargers had a lot of possession too, and we just happened to squeak a win out of that. But, going forward, I'm done talking about the Cleveland game. This shit was terrible. We played terrible. Looking forward to next week. We got Cincinnati, Joe Burrow. I'm not sure if Joe Burrow is going to be playing today or not. At the time of recording it, I don't think it's came out to say whether he has or not. He's projected to, but we'll see about that. But he's coming to Nashville next week. So, that's a really good team. I don't care about their record being 1-2 when they come and see us, or if it's 0-3 when they come and see us. It don't even matter. They're a good football team. They're going to give us havoc. With that secondary, we got holes in the secondary, man. Murphy Bunton is not a lockdown corner. Fulton has not been a lockdown corner. And Hooker is Hooker. When he's healthy out there, he's doing some bozo shit every couple plays, blowing coverage. He blew a blatant coverage today at the end of the game. It's time for us to move on from Hooker. He can't stay on the field. When he's on the field, he's got that bozo play in him. He's gonna blow a coverage. He's gonna miss an important tackle. It's just, I think it's time we move on from Hooker. There's nothing we can do about it now, but next offseason, when we're paying the man $11 million to perform like that when he's on the field, and when he ain't on the field, we still paying him $11 million. Ridiculous. Cincinnati next week. That's gonna be a tough affair. Very, very tough affair. And the schedule after that, we got the Colts, we got the Ravens, another tough game in London, the Falcons and Steelers. And it really doesn't get much easier. We thought the first 6 games were going to be our toughest ones. The Falcons are 2-1. They just lost today, but they're looking pretty damn good. We match up well with them, of course. The Ravens, Colts going to be a tough game up in Indy. It's going to get ugly. And we've got till, like I said, I predicted that Tannehill will be out of there by Halloween. If he keeps performing the way he is, I don't care if the Lions doing what they're doing or not. He might be out of there before Halloween. I predicted Halloween, but it might be even before. He played like shit. I know he couldn't do much because of the offensive line, but in the times when he had time, didn't do shit, missing throws. He's really become very immobile compared to what he was last year before the ankle injury. I think the ankle injury has accelerated things, whether that's his decline or just his lack of mobility. That ankle injury definitely ain't hurting. So, tough game. Cleveland beats us 27-3. Really, really disappointing. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about the game. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that terrible-ass offensive line, Tannehill's performance, and what y'all expect going forward from the Titans. Peace.